How's it going, everybody? Mike back at you with another edition of 5 Minute Gaming. And for this show, we're going to go back to the arcades to 1980. I shouldn't really say arcades, though. What I should say is the Selah Bike Shop. This is a not as well-known arcade game because the normal stuff you think of, that have done like Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Asteroids, a lot of familiar stuff. This is one you might not have heard of, and that is called Moon Cresta. And Moon Cresta, it's definitely in the world of Space Invaders, Galaxian, Galaga, those types of games. But this existed at the Selah Bike Shop, and I can remember as clear as day after school going there to play this game or watch other kids play, and there'd probably be about 5 or 6 of us surrounded this one arcade game, because back in the 80s, everybody wanted to get in on the big money that could be made from arcade games. So even the bike shop had one arcade game. This tiny little bike shop had one arcade game in the corner. And I'm sure they pulled in some good money off that game, knowing how many of us were always crowded around that thing every day after school. It's a basic flyer for the game, not a lot of descriptive information. Red alert, scramble, scramble. This is not scramble. Kind of got the same name. Invasion Force Alien has entered our galaxy. Pretty simple. I think the budget on this flyer was a little lower than the other ones where I've read some very, very creative writing. And this is the marquee for the game, what sat at the very top and helped attracted you and had the great artwork just to make you feel like you're in space and pull you in to the world, because once you looked at the screen, the world was more like this, a little bit digital, not quite as artistic as that marquee. Now, I'm doing something a little different for this game. Is that I have enabled a cheat to show you the cool thing that really you could never do, unless you were really good. These guys were really hard to hit. They have these irregular, crazy patterns. Crazy, crazier than any of the Space Invaders I know. And then you get another wave, and talk about a crazy, weird movement, huh? Who has ever seen alien ships move like that? So, I've enabled a cheat, and it has given me invincibility. And I normally don't do that for the show, but this game was really hard. Really hard. And I want you to see the cool thing that even as a kid, I never got to see. I never got to see anybody do this, ever. So we got to destroy a few more waves. Now, wave 3, the ships have changed a little bit. I think they're easier to shoot. I think the first waves of those crazy moving ships were definitely the hardest to hit. All right. And I love the sounds. The sounds of this game really take me back to that bike shop. Very unique. Very different than Space Invaders. So this is the cool part, part 1, is mission aim. What you want to do is dock your ship. So I can use my fire, kind of like Lunar Lander. Did any of you ever play Lunar Lander? And I'm going to work my way in. Right on. Now I have triple firepower, kind of like Galaga. Except instead of double firepower, I have triple firepower. And if you look at the little ships, you see that the tiny ship, it has the Roman numeral 1 on it, and the bigger ship has the Roman numeral 2. Is there possibly a Roman numeral 3? Well, let's watch and find out. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you are seeing the part of the game that yours truly was never good enough to get to. And like I said, I never saw anybody do this. So we've made history. We have a triple docking ship. Eat your heart out, Galaga. And now I have 5 bullet firepower. Not sure I would normally quadruple. That's 4 or 5. I don't know what you would say. But I have 5 bullet firepower, and if I did not have invincibility, far out! Is that an 80s phrase or what? And that was it. And now we start over. There you go. You got to see something that I never got to see until now. Talk about Scramble. Another game I played called Scramble. I'm going to put a link to that right up there. I did not have invincibility set on that game, and you can watch and find out what I'm talking about because I had a heck of a time getting to the base. So let's head over there with me and we'll see how far I can invade the scramble system.